We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cleveland Browns. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. This defense for the Titans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Sanders. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll swing this out to Jenkins. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Viking 18.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. Throw left side, he's got Tillman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this 1st drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Ready? Pet, street.
They'll give it to Jenkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Judkins, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Hurt.
They'll send the tight end in motion. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing now, Ward. Got his man, Okonkwo. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown at the end.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Cougar 19.
Going for it, here's Ward. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
First down, Tennessee.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. If you look at this Browns defense, they're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Ready? Panther Street, Panther Street, Viking 18. Let's go.
On 1st down, here's Judkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Sanders to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
3rd down and 13.
Mustang 19, let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Warrior 70. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I've been up here throwing all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Ward. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
70 Timberwolves. Go.
Ward. That's complete to DK. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll throw again, Ward. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Sampson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now Sanders. Right
back to Judy, and it's complete.
And they work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Smash, smash.
A give up the middle, Judkins. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it in.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Here we go. Set up. Viking 18. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Punt is into the end zone for Browns touchdown. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
18
Out of the gun, Ward. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, here's Ward. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
The agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
2 yards to go, second down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Once again, Jenkins will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, first and 10. Here's Watson, option left. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
On the set.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 9.
Here we go. Panther and left. 60 Vices, 60 Vices. Ready.
Here's Sanders. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Amari Hooker. And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Cougar 19.
Ward now working out of the gun. Open man down the field. That's Iomatter. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves.
They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Ward. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Pollard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Go, check. Ready.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tyjae Spears with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are back within a score.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things had not been going their way, but they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Scott.
Throwing, Sanders. He's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Sanders once more. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Titans are going to get the football back at their own 17. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80.
Throwing is Ward. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
To throw is Ward. That's into the hands of Alomana. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
Hey, Crash, gotta be lying. Ready.
Now Ward. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready! Viking 18, Panther 11, Panther 11. Gotta be lying.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Okay, 3. 19 Lions. Let's go now. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 17 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing now, Ward. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Here we go, strike.
Sanders. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Watson, option left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. To throw is Sanders. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sanders. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Eddie Jackson picks it. 20. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's Sanders, operating from the gun. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the gun, here's Ward. And this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Dragon 60.
From the gun, Ward. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points, and they prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's for the opposing offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Warriors 7, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Throwing after the interception. Moore. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
It's a gain of
Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13.
Cowboys, 60 Bobcats, 67 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Ward. That's caught left side by Iomanner. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Third and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready? 19, Cougar 19.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter.
On the ready.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Ward. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Looking to throw. Moore swinging this out for Pollard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Moore. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley from 8 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Hey.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Throw left side, he's got Tillman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
Okay, break.
At the 37-yard line.
Check. Hey. Down. Ready to rush. Ready. Tap the 60. Let go.
On the handoff, this is Judkins. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer.
Hold it ready.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now 2nd and 9.
Set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now Sanders. He'll get this complete to Tillman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Browns, first down. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Sanders to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ready up.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter time. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolf. 19 Panther 11. Panther 11.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
7 o'clock, Dragon 66, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
To throw, here's Ward. That's complete to DK. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down.
Let's go now. 79, Mustang 19.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
19 Tiger. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Going for it. Here's Ward. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's to his running back, Quinshon Judkins. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Browns send out their punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
65, let's go. Cowboys, Panther 11, Panther, trap 60, trap 60.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 19 Lions.
Back to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off balance.
The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Get it? 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Intercepted. It's a turnover on downs.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Ward. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ward to throw for it on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
No, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Throwing is Ward. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Play fake, here's Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and they all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on the beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill this beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones will break some bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes, joke, don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes, we the ones Chris Webber call a timeout. Around and find out, find out. Around and find out, find out. Around and find out. Got no respect for these dudes who doctor the message. They Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out. People style, I'm a wild out. Shorty gon' holler out. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. Every morning, look in the mirror, salute a real one and I thank God he's so good. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. He's so good. He's so good. B-Town's finest, handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of a stretcher. She be like, find out, find out.
By a jumbo jet.